Hold on, guys. Okay. Oh, I did forget to show myself somewhere. Hold on a second. Oh. Hey, Sarah. I just realized you couldn't even see me. It was at the back of the desk. Okay, let me get it in my notification group really quick. And Sheila. Okay, where is it? Mr. Okay. There it is. Okay, now I've got it in there. Hey, Karen. Hey, Chris. Okay, so I am in the process of getting a website going and everything for my crafts and sublimation items. So I've been working on that. In between, I have bazaars coming up, so I'm trying to get prepared for that too. But anyways, I'm Tonya with Tonya's Crafting Creations. I'm the host of the event we're in today, Creative Kinship Event Group. Honey, bees, and flowers, please. Oh, come on and get in there. I just washed a bunch of my paintbrushes. And actually, I'm not going to take them all out because I'm going to probably take them into the other room and craft some more in there. I like to craft in the living room sometimes because mostly when my brother's home. So we can watch TV together. So I bring my stuff in there, and so I bring it back and forth. Hey, Sam. So today we had Crafty Art by Camille, T's Crafty Ranch, Donna's Crafts, Sheila's Creations and Crafts, Coastal Creations by K&S, Country Loving Market, Crafty Ladies and Family, Craftifornia Dreaming, Creative Closet Crafter by Ty, and then myself. Okay, so originally I was going to do something else, but I cannot find any of my bee ribbon. It is all in a baggie. Together with my hot glue that's honey looking, and so I don't even have that. But that's okay. I can always do a bow later. You know how it is. As soon as I get off here, I'll find it. But as of the moment, I have no clue where the stupid thing is. So, we are going to, hold on, I thought I saw it for a minute there, but I had been pulling out some other stuff and I lost it in the process. But anyways, what we're going to do is this printable that I have no clue where I got it from. But I don't know that I like that paper after all. I had it printed on regular paper, but it seems like this paper, you can't hardly see the containers. So I think I'm going to use that paper. That blends too much in on that one. Okay, so we're going to put this on a board. Oh, that hurt. I was trying to see which board I liked. I don't know where that board went. It went somewhere. I'll have to go back on there. My phone died while you were live. Okay, keep an eye out these. Hi, Priscilla. Keep an eye out for these at Hobby Lobby or at Dollar Tree. They have them for $3, and they're 9 by 12. So they have this shape, and this one. I think they have another shape too. I think they had 4 different shapes. I need to buy more bees, but I do. Just grab my other bee container. There we go. All I saw was the part you were determining whether it was a head or a butt. Okay. She wanted to be seen. This is a Bindi. This is a Bindi. She wants to say hi to everyone because she's a spoiled little brat who can't let her mommy come in here without her. She gets groomed on the 18th, or not the 18th. Yeah, maybe it is the 18th. I can't remember. She gets groomed this month. Put it that way. I think it is this month. It's either this month. One or the other. Hold on a sec. I take that back. We're not doing the printable. Grab my new pant. Oh my gosh. Are you cashew? Yes, you are cashew. We're going to do something else. I changed my mind last minute. Oh, and by the way, my shoulder's feeling better. Not 100% better, but it is feeling better. We're going to turn these this way, and we're going to make candle holders. I used to have I do still have a Shih Tzu. She's Shih Tzu Chihuahua mix. And the boss over the entire house. I'm just looking for my wax. Oh, here it is. Okay. I need to make more of these because they're always a good seller for me. I've remade these at least probably 4 or 5 times. And I don't have any left. But anyways, so my Shih Tzu I had was Samantha. And the one I have now is Shih Tzu and Chihuahua mix. And she's her name's Callie. She's only 7 pounds. And she's 15 years old. Hi, Camille. I changed my mind after I went live what I was making. You know how it happens. You start thinking you're going to do something and you end up doing something completely different. Okay. I do still need my bees for this, so. Oh, that is not cashew. That is cashew. I'm not going to attempt to shake anything in that with that arm. But it does feel better. What just popped up? Remind me later, you stupid thing, and leave me alone. I don't even know what you are. Go away. Hold on, guys. I can't even see the screen. There we go. Yeah, I came in here thinking my bee stuff was like right out where I knew where it was. I got in here and I couldn't find it. So clearly I sat it somewhere else. Probably shouldn't be beating on my hand. Okay, the blue's mixed in now. Okay, I don't know what is all over these, but we need to wipe them quick. Okay, so you can do this with I just want to make sure there's no dust on it, because if there's dust on it, it's not going to stick good. You guys are not the same shape. Oh, who cares? Close enough. If I need to, and if there's a difference that you can really tell, I'll just make another one. Not a big deal. But I just need to get these clean so that they don't... Let me dry them off really quick. So the paint will actually stick. Move some stuff out of my feet. What are you doing, monkey girl? Maybe I can use this towel. Hi, Kim. Hi, Donna. Those are the same size. Why did I think they weren't? I don't know. I'm not going to try and figure that out. Don't bang things. Don't be dumb like me. Bang things. when you shouldn't. So we're using Waverly chalk paint in the color Cashew. I like to paint it in Cashew. That way, if the rope doesn't cover all of it up, you still at least have something similar colored. But yeah, we're our own worst critic, honestly, you guys. We really are. There's also another reason why I am doing this in Cashew. You know, I see people do this also different ways. I do have a reason for why I'm doing them the color I'm doing them. Especially the stem part. It when you get to, hey Veronica, when you get to the stain part, it makes the stem look more like wood if you paint it with Cashew first. Whatever you're painting, if you want a lid to look like wood that's glass, I have this because I needed to put a honeycomb on it, or honey dipper. This looks like wood, but it's not. It's metal, or it's glass. So if you put Cashew, I don't know what orange paint got on that apparently, so I need to paint a little Cashew over it. But if you put Cashew down first, then your antique wax, you get that color. If you try to put that on without the paint, it doesn't stick good. Let's get this dried. I'm glad for some relief with my shoulder because that was getting pretty darn painful. It still is kind of popping, but he said it might take until the weekend to feel better. If you tilt it when you're drying it, you can see better if it's completely dry. That way you don't accidentally touch it and then have it still wet. The other thing too, if you want to, you can put, if you buy the circles from Walmart, they're little round wood circles. If you wanted to cover the bottom of these, you could cover it with cardboard and circle, or make a circle and then cut it out. Or those round wood circles that you can get from Walmart that are like, I don't know, they come 4 or 6 to a packet, and they have like, they're about that size. They fit pretty good on most of these. There might be some that are a little narrower that don't fit, but most of them it does fit. So how are you guys doing? Yeah. Yeah, they did for me, what they had done was well, the worst thing was when they did the MRI, because the MRI I had on Friday, and they did contrast, and they put the contrast like right into the joint, and it was so stinking painful. I mean, it was horrifying. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be that painful because he kept asking me, does it still hurt? Does it still hurt? Is it getting any better? And, oh no. Go away, fly. Bindy's worst nightmare. I think I might have killed it. She's terrified of bees or flies. Well, anything that has wings. But, he just kept asking me if it still hurt or if it was doing any better, and barely was, but at least I got over that. But I thought to myself I could handle the MRI. Next time I have to do an MRI, I am having them sedate me. I'm not doing that again. That was not a fun experience. That's good. Sometimes physical therapy really does help. It didn't help my shoulder, but when I got cellulitis while I was having physical therapy, the physical therapy actually helped me regain my strength after the cellulitis. So at least something good came out of it. I'm glad you're feeling better with it. Hey, Raven. Did you figure out what to do for dinner? I think we're either doing hamburgers or what's it called? Pork chops. I kind of think I prefer pork chops, but I need to see if we have everything we need for it. Otherwise, we'll do hamburgers tonight and tacos tomorrow. I didn't used to be claustrophobic, but not the last time, I guess the time before, maybe it was, they were doing 2 MRIs, one of my neck and one of my back. My neck and my lower back. And they decided to, they said, let's schedule them all at once. That way you are going to be there already. You don't have to, do everything twice. And you don't have to, like, change twice and do all that. And I said, well, do they let you have a break in between? And she's like, oh, yeah, they'll give you a break in between. That was a stinking lie. They kept me in there the entire time for both MRIs, no break at all. And then ever since then, I started getting claustrophobic because I was in there so long. It just made it worse every time after that. Oh, you had pork chops? Never had a Philly cheese sandwich before. And as far as I know, we don't have any Cracker Barrels around here, so I've never eaten anything from there either. There might be some in Tri-Cities. That's an hour away, but we don't have any close. That's pretty much what I was doing. And then my leg was wanting to spasm. It was not fun. Not fun at all. I think he could tell I was getting antsy. He's like, you only have about 5-10 minutes left. I can tell you what, it was a very long 5-10 minutes. Whenever you're waiting for something to get over, it seems like it seems like it always takes longer than it should. It's like, really? But I got it over with. And then when they did the injection, they used an ultrasound to do that one, and that was not too bad. It was not pleasant, but it wasn't as painful as the one before the MRI. But so how are you guys doing? You guys have anything fun coming up this weekend? Just trying to make sure this is completely dry. I don't care if there's streaks here because you're not going to really see them. The main thing I care about is no streaks along this part here, because this part's going to be painted like wood. Of course I have an itch. Oh, geez. I don't know if it was the dye that was making me so hot, not liking my system or something, or the MRI machine, but like that was part of it that I was having a problem with. Was I felt so stinking hot. I just felt like I was burning up almost. It was not a fun experience. Plus, being stuck in the tiny little area, but still the getting hot part was what didn't help matters. I think I could have handled it a little better if it wasn't also hot. Normally, it always seemed like I had like cold air blowing out my face. But then most of my MRIs were related to my back or neck, so I don't know. Maybe it being the shoulder, it makes it hotter. I don't know. It was weird. Okay, get this part dried, and there might be a few spots I need to touch up on. Anyone do anything fun this weekend? I'm just kind of trying to get ready for my first booth I have this year. Oh, geez. When I had a bad reaction when I was a kid with that nausea medicine, and all I remember is kind of getting confused and then like getting hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. That's pretty much all I remember. So now I have to watch with like cough syrups that they don't have it in it because they put it in it apparently for some reason. But yeah, they asked me like 2 or 3 times, have you ever had any reaction to contrast? It's like, no. kind of wonder if the contrast is what was kind of making me hot, because I don't remember ever feeling hot in the MRI machine. And I haven't had contrast since I was like, the last time I had contrast was probably when I was they either did it when I was 15 or 16. And that was the last time they ever had me do contrast, because that was the only way they could tell. So that long ago, I don't remember how I felt then, but it was in my bladder, so that would probably be a little different. But, well, I'm glad your breathing wasn't bothered. That would be horrible to have it happen and affect your breathing. That would be really bad. And it would really freak you out, if you even remember it. Okay. I need to make sure that's completely dry. And then you do want to coat this with Mod Podge or any kind of sealant afterwards. Otherwise, the paint will easily peel off since it's on glass. Oh, kiwi? You know, I used to be able to eat clam chowder. And the last time I had clam chowder, I was eating it with my aunt, Ty's mom, and we were at the buffet at the casino, and I took a couple bites, and it kind of just felt like my throat was getting tight, and was starting to have like a hard time swallowing, and so I stopped eating it. And I did have some Benadryl in my purse, so I took some of that, but never tried it again. I have bad enough time swallowing as it is now. I hate to imagine having that problem and having like an allergic reaction. Okay. That one needs to dry. Okay. We're done with this color. I actually have water in here. My mom ended up with becoming allergic to crab. She was able to eat it for a while, and then all of a sudden she ended up allergic to crab. And she loved crab too. She didn't like get swelling in her throat or anything. She just would have not like in her throat or anything, but she just have swelling from it. see a little spot that I want to get. Of course, after I get rid of my paintbrush. That's how we end up with so many brushes, you guys. Okay, now where was it? I specifically saw a spot. Now I can't find it. Was it this one? Oh, there it is. It was at the edge, so I couldn't see it. I'll have to look at my paper, but we do have some openings. I'll post it after I get off here. We do have some openings for the event next week. I just don't remember what times. I think I needed the smaller brush to get into some of these smaller corners without getting some paint falling off. Now, honestly, if you want to, you could just spray it with, if you have like a, well, I don't know if you would get the same effect, but you could always do a first base coat of a spray paint and then do the cashew over the top. But that might make the paint stick better if it had a coat of like even a white paint first. I don't know if I have, I don't think I have the flyer out, but well, no, I wouldn't have a flyer out. And the paper's in the other room. I'll look when I get off here and I'll post them. And then tonight I'll post the polls for the rest of the month. At first I was waiting because I didn't know how many doctor's appointments I was going to have, and I didn't know if they were going to want me to do physical therapy or anything. And I was kind of doing appointments more than one in a day was getting exhausting. And so I didn't know if I'd have to skip doing an event a week to have an extra day to do the events or to do appointments or what. So I held off. Okay. Wait, wrong way. Goop gun is not there. One second. All of my bags are in here, so it's in one of these. Might have to use a different oil. That's weird. Because every bag is in here. Unless I somehow got it put... I've been doing crafts in the living room, and so I have to bring some of the stuff back and forth, and somewhere along the way... Be careful. Somewhere along the way, I misplaced my glue gun. So let's see what glue we have in here, because I'm not going to go look for it. Because I don't even know where to look at this point. We'll use that. Or we might use that. Regardless, it should stick better. Huh. Beats the heck out of me. That's weird. Okay, I actually don't want that string because it's too thin. So we're going to use the thicker from the Dollar Tree, but I need to make sure it's all the same thickness. Okay. You are not the same. You are that size. You are that size. You are the big one. Okay. I didn't want to use like the really, really thick. Okay, so we're going to do different glue than I normally do. Since my glue tool is hiding from me. Oh, I need to paint it first. Brain dead, you guys. Okay. Just make sure you kind of go all the same direction. And if you have too much in one area, just keep brushing it. Okay, Ty. Just keep brushing it until you get the extra off. You might be able to wipe the extra off. If I get a little too far down, it's not a big deal. It's going to be under it anyways. I just like the look of it better with the cashew under it. To me, it just looks more like wood. Hey, that does sound good, Sarah. It really does. I've been working on getting different stickers and stuff on my stuff I'm selling to make it easier when I'm at bazaars and stuff, so I can keep track of what I have easier, so I don't have to go through everything after every single one. And then I don't have to try and... I was putting tags on them and taking the tags off as people were buying them. Then that way I had the tag to kind of account for what I sold. But then sometimes if you get in a hurry, you forget to take one off, or one fights you, and then it makes it hard to keep track of stuff. So I didn't want to make a website and then not be able to keep track of it easy. And so now everything's on the Square inventory, and so I can either scan the barcode that's on them now, or either scan the barcode, or I can type the barcode number in, and it pulls the item up right away. And actually, as you start typing, it pulls up all the ones that match, and so you just have to touch the picture and it comes up. Makes it easy. Trying to make it easier for myself. Then I don't have to add it up on a calculator and then add it up on that. And then this is antique wax. So cashew first, then antique wax. To get it to look like this, you always have to put cashew under it. I'm also going to start doing like a newsletter every month. And I'll like list the places that I'm going to have booths at and stuff like that, and give like discounts to those who sign up for the newsletter on anything they purchase. That's including like my crafts, and then tumblers, and the like puzzles that I do, even those that are like custom and stuff like that. Then there's also a thing where you can sign up for like text alerts and stuff for like when sales are going on or anything like that. Yep, Waverly Wax. So yeah, you put cashew, which is Waverly, on first, then the antique wax, it's Waverly. And then it makes it look like wood. So it makes it look more like the stem. And anywhere that you need to, you can go back over it to make it look a little darker. For a while there, dollar store was selling candles that almost look like honeycomb, sort of. It had like the... almost looked like they took a... what are they? Melon... I don't know what they're called. The little round thing that you scoop into a melon, and it like makes them into balls. The pieces of the melon, the inside of the melon. And the candle has like those little holes in it. And it makes it, when you can get the yellow one, it makes it look really good together with these. Like I said, just make sure you put either Mod Podge over the top of it. Yes, that's what it is. So the candles look like they have, like you took a melon baller to a pillar candle is basically what it looks like. And Dollar Tree had them for the longest time, but I haven't seen any there for a while. Kind of mad at them about that. Because I really like them. I always got them and sold them along with these. And people bought them like crazy. They just loved them. I think I'm going to start with a new one. Use that one if I need it. Okay, now it looks like it might need to dry. Oh, thank you. I just got it cut not too long ago. I was starting to get really severe migraines again. And so I got it cut and layered. Now, normally I use hot glue, but this is probably a better idea. Yeah, I usually will, that's still wet. Put the candle on the top. So you set the candle up here. Okay. I do try to not use hot glue if I can avoid it on things because it does melt in the heat. However, it would have been nice to have hot glue to get this started. Can you hold that on there a second? Let me see something really quick. Okay, you weren't there. Benny, stay. I'll be right back. I found it. It fell out of the bag. I found it and my Shih Tzu. Okay, I can't plug that in with you, monkey. Okay. Up we go. This is Callie. This is my Shih Tzu. My Shih Tzu Chihuahua mix. Here, you can lay on that, sweetie. I wish I would have looked for it to begin with. She is 15 years old and the boss of the house. And I'm going to take that off of there and plug it directly in. Shouldn't take too long to heat it up. In the meantime, I'll get the top dry more. She is, and she knows it too. She knows she's adorable. And you know what? Ty thinks she's faster. She's not faster than that dog. That dog loves making a game out of getting her tongue up your nose. Yep. Ty thought she was faster than her, but she realized there's no faster than Callie. She learned the hard way. She really learned the hard way. And a wet tongue later. Or a cleaned out nose. She got her nose cleaned out. If she was having sinus problems before Callie, she didn't after. She thinks she's the boss over everyone. I could take Callie to someone's house who has dogs, and she will literally think she's the boss over their dogs. She tried taking on a golden lab one day. Okay, still trying to heat up, but I was trying to use it before it was quite ready. But yeah, she is ornery. No, you don't need a neti pot when you got a Callie. Callie had a stone in her bladder. This was a few years back. And she had to have surgery to have the stone removed. And they had to take turns holding her after she woke up because she kept, they were afraid she was going to bust a stitch open. She kept dancing around in her kennel that they had her in. And so they were afraid she was going to stick and bust a stitch open. So here they should have just called me and told me they were having a problem with her. But, they always like to watch them for a little bit after. And so instead, they just took turns holding her the entire time until we came and picked her up. So she was enjoying herself. That just made Callie's whole day getting to get held and passed around back and forth. Those people, most of them had been there since Callie had been a baby, so all of them almost knew her. There was like one person who was new there, and when I picked Callie up, she's like, boy, after she woke up, she just was, a happy little dog. And she's like, I was wondering what her problem was because she was so hyper. And then the other people there just told her, oh, no, that's just Callie's normal behavior. She gets mad if she doesn't get her way and she stomps her feet like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum. You can't climb on things in here, Callie. You can't, sweetie. You're not a mountain goat. Sorry. But yeah, she's a a strange little doggy. Very strange. One ornery little Shih Tzu. I swear it's the Shih Tzu personality, too. They're stubborn as can be. We had Callie and Samantha at the same time, the one that we don't have anymore. And Samantha used to chase Callie away from the food dish, so Callie started hoarding her dog food in places. My shoe, the couch cushion, my purse, a box, anywhere she could hide it, she did. And then she just continued to do so even after the dog was no longer around anymore. She just got into that habit, so she continued, and she still hides food places. She still throws little temper tantrums when she doesn't get her way. Bella, the dog that we had to have put to sleep back in January, when she had her, she had some cancer spots that we had to have removed way before that. And they did get all the cancer at that point. And Callie had to go in for her checkup to get medication refills because she has seizures. And I had to pick up Bella the same day after she had her surgery. Well, I pick up Bella and she has this cone on. And Callie went for her appointment. Well, my brother had to work, so I was there by myself with her. So I was there with two dogs, and anytime those two looked at each other, they loved each other to death, but they were jealous of each other. So anytime they would look at each other, they would start fighting for my attention. And so they hold on. They carried, I don't remember which. I think they might have carried Bella out. And I carried Callie out. Well, Callie had to sit in the back seat because I wasn't putting Callie next to Bella in the front seat to harass her all the way home. And so I put Callie in the back seat, and I have this little, it's an attachment for her harness. And you buckle it into the seatbelt buckle, and then the other part you snap onto their collar, or their harness, not their collar. And so that way you can buckle them in. Oh my gosh, when Callie realized she was buckled in and she couldn't get up to the front seat to me, she was back there growling at me and stomping her feet, throwing the biggest temper tantrum I've ever seen. She was just furious with me. She was not one bit happy. She was not even happy with me after we got home. She was still mad at me for putting her there in the back seat like that. Oh, geez. They all kind of, they get their own little attitudes and personalities, and it's just craziness. Bandy here thinks she has to be the protector of my food. And so since my brother's cat and mine now both will want to eat weird things, we're trying to fatten his cat up, so we're just letting her eat what she wants to eat. And we fatten mine up by doing that. But I'll have my brother's cat. I don't know why she doesn't bug him. He can be eating the exact same thing, but she'll harass me instead of him. Not my cat. So I've got a cat on each side of me, Bindi on one side with one of the cats, Callie on the floor, and they're all harassing me for food. And so then his cat started pawing at me when she didn't think she was getting food fast enough. And so now that taught my cat to do that. So now I've got one cat pawing me on one side, one cat pawing me on the other. And every time one of the cats touches me, Bindi starts squealing high pitch like someone's murdering her because the cats are touching me. It's just craziness. They have their odd little attitudes, and they have that jealousy, and it's almost like little kids fighting, like sibling rivalry. It's just craziness. I know this part's kind of boring. Ah. Ty probably saw that and was happy that the shirt part was pointing away from me. Since I'm accident prone. I sure was happy. And then afterwards I'll have to take the heat tool and melt all the hot glue strings. I'll just do one of these up so you guys don't have to watch me do the same thing to both. Okay, there's like, where the heck did that end at? And then we'll do the whole part and the to do that, we will take a piece of this and cut part of it so we can do a hoop, and then we'll paint black inside of the hoop. So the glue tool that I'm using, you can use it cordless, but when I'm doing something where I'm using it this much, I just hook the cord right up to the... So it uses this base, and this plug-in plugs into here, and then the same part that I have that plugged into hooks into this base. So it uses the same cord. So you can either plug this into this and let it recharge. I think it lasts for 2 minutes at a time, unplugged. Or you can plug it into the bottom and use it that way. So it gives you 2 different ways of using it, which is nice. Camille, was it you whose dog was harassing the cat today? I think it was you. When you were saying that, it reminded me of when we had this gray cat of mine. Well, we had a gray one and a black one that were long-haired. and we had my pure Shih Tzu at that point. And I would just tell that dog, it's bedtime, and she would herd all of the cats to bed. She would chase them one at a time into the bedroom, and then she would during the day when she was playing with them, when she was a puppy, she did this. Well, I guess she wasn't a puppy. The cat must have been a kitten. They weren't that close in age. I don't know how old she was, but she was actually, she kind of pulled the cat by the tail sometimes, but not like hard. She just yanked on his tail a little. And he was just, I don't know, he was too stupid to care. Yeah, that's what my dog was always trying to do. Callie, the little Shih Tzu Chihuahua, she just bites him. She's just like, you're not getting near me. And then Bendy just chases on. And the one cat that I have, Tommy, his hair is different. I would have brought him in here if he was on the couch, but he wasn't. But I'll try to see if I can get him on here in one of my lives for you to see. His hair kind of reminds me almost like the hair of a stuffed animal. Good night, Sheila. We won't be too much longer, guys. Just have to finish gluing this on and do the other part. And then I'll do the last one off camera so you guys can hop off and so we can get dinner going because it's 8 o'clock here. The time zone for my events is Eastern, but I am not Eastern. I am Pacific. I live in Eastern Oregon. So 4 hours from Portland. That part is so sticking unwound. There's no way I'm getting that wound up back again. Okay. So we'll use this. When I was deciding what time zone to do my events in, I knew it was either going to be Eastern or Central, because those are the two most common time zones for events. And that's why when I have you guys fill out the form or whatever, I ask what time zone you are. I did that so I could tell, like, if the majority of the people in my events were Eastern or Central or where. And it seemed like the majority of them were all Eastern. And so I just kind of stuck with it. So I have a little chart that I do the scheduling with that has all the different time zones listed on it. That way it makes it easier for myself. So if you wanted to, once you get to this part, you could take and let me get this glued down really quick. You could take and use that piece of wood that I was talking about from Walmart, the round piece, and cover up this inside part. so that you don't have the hole. You don't have to, but if you wanted to, you could. By doing this, it's going to get rid of your glue strings. It will also be kind of careful because it will also kind of darken up in places sometimes your string. But if you have like any lumps of glue, it will re-soften it and you can spread it out so that you don't have any clumps. And I think I'll just use a paint pen. If I can, I think I should be able to. Well, let me do the circle first. Okay, and then we're going to be very careful to not burn myself. Very, very careful. What are you practicing? What are you doing, Ty? Okay. Okay, so I just glued the two ends together and then just kind of tapped down the hot glue so it wasn't a big lump. No, I'm going to have to use regular. I'm just going to glue this down first. Hey, Ty, do you remember when I made the beach one? It was I don't know if you call it a beach, but it was a seashell candle holder. So I used a wine glass like this, and I painted the top part blue, put one of the wood things on the bottom, and glued seashells and sand to it. I've not sold it yet because somehow I lost one of them. I need to make another one, so it's got a matching one. I only have one of them now. I don't know what I did with it. I went to look for it last year after I had made it to put it in with the stuff to take to a craft fair, and I could not stinking find it. I could not find that sucker anywhere. I don't know what I did with it. I just could not find it anywhere. I could grab that one really quick before I hop off and show you. Because it's not far in the other room. Okay, so we're just painting the inside here. And I am kind of going down in the groove too, so that that cashew color doesn't show through that part. Just so all of it is black. You okay, cowgirl? Okay. You know, those circus peanut things was always one of my grandma's favorites. That and orange slices. That was her other favorite. Okay, hold on, guys. I need to do something really quick. Because some stupid idiot is getting their butt blocked. Good riddance. There we go. Some people have nothing better to do than be idiots. Okay, we're getting a B. Let me see which B I want. I think I like that one better. Okay. That's the wrong case. Come out of this one. Getting low on B's here. I need to get myself some more. Okay. So we're going to take a B. And we're putting the B right there. And then let's see here. Can I get to you? Okay, did not want you. Okay. Had a couple flowers that came off, so I'm just trying to get them back on. Okay. So we could do that. Okay. Ben, Mommy needs to sit down, sweetie. So we could either put a yellow on here like that. Or we could do the white. Kind of like the yellow. Let me bend this down really quick. Could do like that. Or we could do them one direction, one the other. I cannot keep a hold of anything. Let me turn it really quick and look. Okay. There and you there, maybe. So what about that, you think? Overlaying it like that? Down like that? Because I can always glue it in place too. Hold on. I can't see what I'm doing when it's away from me. So like maybe that. I like to make sure I like it before I glue something down. Okay, so I'm going to glue. Oh, for crying out loud. Trying to make sure I don't stick my finger in it. That's the last thing I want to do is burn myself. I've already had it go under my fingernail before, and I don't care to experience that anytime soon. I stuck it right in it. Right in it, too. It's already blistering. It's already blistering. It doesn't take much for me to get a blister from glue. Then I think I'm going to add some more back here to hide that spot. He's not getting anything right now, baby. She's like, you're wrong. He's cooking. You're fine. Exaggerator. You sound like you're being... I'm not even going to say the word. Get melted through the plastic. Oh, geez. Yeah. That sounds painful. I was thinking about maybe putting a bee like there so it's kind of hiding. Ew, there was glue there already. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe putting a bee. I don't know if you can see it back there, but maybe instead I'll put it over here. Yeah, I think over there better. Calm down. Bully. Bossy puppy. Okay. And then if I had a candle, I would put one on top for you to see, but I don't have one in here. And then what I usually do is these are kind of off to this side. So when I go to make another one, what I usually do is I make sure the flowers are hanging off the other side. That way, unless I end up putting some on that side too. But when I do it like that, I do it that way so that if they sit them next to each other, you can kind of tell that they're a pair. I don't know why that was that way, but technically, you know, I could put it off that side too if I wanted to. Do you guys think it needs off this side or just the one side? What do you think? Put it off to both sides or just leave it on the one side? Ah. Oh, yeah, they do. She heard him in there messing with pans, and so she knows what time it is. So do you guys like it is, or you think I should add another flower off this side? Like that. Add it. Kind of need to cover something back up there anyways. Quit crying. She's a ball baby. Okay, let's get that set. Shoot. I'm going to have to put a thing on it. I have special Band-Aids to use when I have a blister because I get them so often. When you get them so often, you kind of have to. The worst was when I got it under my fingernail and then I had to cut the fingernail back to get the blister exposed because it was like pushing on it. Ow. Okay, let me. Okay, you mind me. I'm not talking to you, Ben. She's like, what did I do? Other than cry. Bindi thought she was minding. Glue strings are like wild lately. Okay. I need to let her out really quick. Okay, go. Go. Travis? Are you doing hamburgers? Okay. I'll be done in just a minute. Okay, so this is the seashore one with it's got seashells in the bottom. And then I put this is the Dollar Tree rope. And then I just put one of those round circles on the bottom and painted it. And I might add some of that stick-on corkboard from Dollar Tree too, so it doesn't slide or anything. Then I glued on the rocks on the top, and then I sealed it in with Mod Podge. But yeah, that's the seashore one that I made. And then the candle just sits on the top. And you could do for that one you could do for either of them you could put my brain's gone. Battery operated one or a real one, either way. But anyways, this is my craft for today. And then I'll finish that one so it has a pair. So thank you for joining me today, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Now that my shoulder, or good rest of your night, now that my shoulder's feeling better, I'll be crafting more often, and I have several things I need to make up before the next, I guess you would call it a festival. So before that one, I need to make up a few things. Yeah. Yep, that's the seashell one. So it's got the seashells in it. And then you've got that clear part, and then this is sand. And then I don't remember what color paint this is. I think it's the agave, whatever. And then I just did the rope and then the rocks on the top. But yeah, that's that one. Yeah, I need to make another one of these. But yeah, any craft that you see me make is all for sale. Unless I specifically say I'm making it for like a family member or something. But and if you ever see me make something that's even custom for like a niece or nephew or a family member and want one made, just let me know and I can always make one. But anyways, I'm going to hop off and we're going to eat here soon. He's already got the food going. We're going to have hamburgers tonight and we'll do pork chops tomorrow night. But anyways, thank you. Wait, what? I can look and see if I can find the other one. If I can find the other one of these, yeah, they're for sale. I'll have to think and let you know. I need to look and see how much I have these for sale listed. But I'll make another one of these. I always sell them in pairs, unless you like specifically just want one. But I always usually like to sell them in pairs. So I will message you and let you know how much they are, because I'm drawing a blank at how much I usually charge for them. But I will message you and let you know. You guys have a good rest of your evening, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Ow. Don't use the finger with the blister. Oh, for crying out loud. Ow. Darn it. Bye, guys. Oh, that hurts.